very good afternoon to you. Glad to have you join us on the Midday News right here on OGTV, the People's Daily. I am Dominic Agbea. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia to represent President Bola Tinubu at the 39th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the African Union, scheduled to hold from February 14 to February 15, 2026. The summit, themed Assuring Sustainable Water Availability and Safe Sanitation Systems to Achieve the Goals of Agenda 2063, will focus on strengthening continental commitments to sustainable water management, improved sanitation systems, and broader development targets under the AU's Agenda 2063 blueprint. Shettima was received on arrival at Bole International Airport by Ethiopia's Minister of Innovation and Technology, Dr. Belete Mola, and State Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Benu Tage. Back home, the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isaac Salako, has assured that the alleged abandoned National Health Insurance Agency building at Okelewo in Abeokuta will be perfected and handed over to the agency within the next 1 month. The minister made this known during an on-the-spot assessment of the facility following a viral video indicting the federal government of wasting funds.
Situation is that this place was completed about a year ago. Yes, sir. But has not been formally handed over to the agency. When an attempt was made to hand it over, it was found that some of the things that are supposed to be provided were missing, probably vandalized. And of course the agency, as a result of that, refused to take over until those things are provided or replaced.
Dr. Salako noted that everyone connected to the facility will be contacted and every modality will be put in place to fast-track the handing over of the facility to the agency in the state.
But the situation now is that having visited here, I'm going to go back and I'm going to direct the agency to ensure that within the next 1 month maximum, everything is resolved and the NHI office in Ogun State is moved here. If we have issues with the contractor to replace those things or provide those things that are found to be missing, we are going to go back and look at the contract agreement that we have with the contractor, and if it fails, then we can follow the due process in accordance with the contract to determine the contract, so that we can have this and then we leave it to be wasting away.
He therefore reiterated the federal government under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu will continue to deliver dividends of democracy to every citizen, placing premium on the health sector.
My assurance to Nigerians is that at no time will we close our eyes and allow the properties, what resources that belongs to all of us Nigerians to waste away. We will ensure in the spirit of Renew Hope agenda that Mr. President continues to preach that we must be efficient, we must be effective, we must be cost effective, we must use resources of Nigeria to the benefit of Nigerians. We will ensure that within 1 month at most, this place becomes functional.
The Ogun State All Progressives Congress APC has officially endorsed President Bola Tinubu for a second term in office. This endorsement was made during a strategic meeting of party stakeholders where the governor, Prince Dr. Abiodun, urged party members to unite behind the president. The meeting held at the June 12 Cultural Center in Abeokuta aimed to strengthen internal cohesion and position the APC for future political engagement in the state. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ghani reports.
Here at the June 12th Cultural Center, Kutu Abeokuta, are stakeholders of the All Progressives Congress (APC) for a strategic meeting to chart a common front as the 2027 election process draws closer. In his remarks, Governor Dapo Abiodun said the meeting is aimed at strengthening internal cohesion and position the APC for future political engagement in the state.
Let us remain worthy ambassadors of our great party, the APC. Let us only set the standard for leadership, responsibility, and service. While our opponents remain distracted, let us stay focused. Let us stay disciplined. Let us be result-driven. Let us continue to demonstrate what genuine progress looks like in Ogun State through tangible, people-oriented achievements and not empty rhetoric. Let us continue to show that APC is a party of action, vision, and dependable delivery.
While commending President Bola Tinubu for his exceptional leadership and policy reforms, which he said are changing the economic narratives of the country, Governor Abiodun says the endorsement is based on President Tinubu's achievements in areas like agriculture, education, infrastructure, security, and the economy.
Let us rise. Let us affirm our trust in Asiwaju's capacity to lead our nation to better hands. It is both befitting, both strategic, that we endorse him for another term of 4 years, extending his mandate till the year 2031, so that the ongoing transformation of our country may be consolidated and sustained.
Former Governor of the state, Chief Olusegun Oshoba, appeals to all members of the party to ensure unity among them.
The courage to stop oil subsidy, the courage to stop multiple exchange rates, no state is owing salary anymore.
The chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriation and Senator representing Ogun West Central District, Senator Solomon Olamileko Adiola, and Senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, described Governor Dapo Abiodun as a man of character, vision, and benevolence, who has ensured that peace reign in the state, irrespective of political differences.
Your Excellency, for what we are doing here today is a clear indication that as a state we are doing well, and as a people we are doing well. And I can tell you, come 2027, Ogun State is for APC, Ogun State is for Asiwaju, Ogun State is for Dapo Abiodun. Excellency, we thank you for your character. Why not for your character? Why not for character? The party will not be as cohesive as it is now. If you have used 20% of your power, you could have sent Baba Oshoba away from town. You could have been fighting your deputy governor. You could have been bringing down on the party chairman.
Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Adekule Salako, and his counterpart in the Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, commended Governor Dapo Abiodun for embarking on the construction of the Gateway International Airport, which is now regarded as a reference point in the country. The ministers also appreciate President Bola Tinubu for taking the country to a new height with the construction of roads like the Coastal Road and the Lagos-Badagry Expressway, amongst others. They said are getting the country ready for further economic development.
Yesterday we landed in Peru. It is nice. It is nice. Where he said, the pilot said, this is an invitation. Congratulations.
Ibi tí gbogbo wa fẹ́ kí orílẹ̀-èdè wa lọ, àwọn lídà tó lè gbé wa débẹ̀, àwọn tó máa di etí wọn, tó máa focus sí ibi tí gbogbo wa fẹ́ kán lọ lè gbé wa débẹ̀. And that's what the president is doing to this country in the last 3 years. Industries, we've seen the development in industries in our state for the last few years. Possibility kon lọ tí Ogun State táàbà jára mọ́ṣẹ́ because gbogbo nǹkan tí Èkó need, gbogbo nǹkan tí a need ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nigeria la ní Ogun State.
Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, adds that the Assembly is grateful to the Governor for giving the Assembly complex a facelift, noting that members won't fail him.
You have elevated us, we believe in your leadership, and we will not fail you.
The event attracted leaders across the three central districts of the All Progressives Congress in the state. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Members of the Nigeria Peace Corps Ogun State chapter have been urged to submit their concerns and documentation to enable the Assembly to domesticate any relevant national legislation and secure a House resolution for onward transmission to the executive arm of government. Speaker Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide stated this while playing host to the State Commandant of the Peace Corps, Olufemi Akiyemi, in his office at Okemoso, Abeokuta. Kolawole Osho's report is presented in this package. Okay, we shall be bringing you that report in our subsequent bulletins. The remains of Alhaji Akim Akintunde, Manager of Programs Services at Ogun State Television, have been laid to rest in accordance with Islamic rites. Friends, family members, colleagues, and sympathizers gathered to witness the final journey of the respected media professional. Alhaji Akim Akintunde battled a prolonged illness for nearly 4 years before his passing. Bumi Adigo reports on the burial rites.
It was truly the end of an era as family, friends, and colleagues bid farewell to a renowned sports broadcaster, a journalist of distinction, a devoted father, and a man loved by many.
Night every Nigerian. When it comes to football, everybody forgets wherever you are from, and of course, once the Super Eagles are doing well, the Super Falcons are doing well, it doesn't really matter how we are governed. That joy alone overclouds us, and of course, we are always very happy.
Alhaji Akim Ololade Akintunde fought a courageous battle against illness, struggling with a prolonged health challenge for nearly 4 years. During this difficult period, support poured in from all quarters, where research contributed financially, while the government also played a significant role in efforts to restore his health. However, in submission to the will of Almighty Allah, he answered the final call like the last whistle that signals the end of a football match.
Well, we have to remember him for his religious upright and his steadfastness.
Akim is a very resilient person, and whatever he believes in, he will always make sure that he fights it to the end.
I've been together for years, and I know what Akim has done, even as I am today. The 2 elections that I ran at the federal level, even in Katsina, in Benin, talk of where he always be with me.
Sincerely, very shocking. But we call it Valendition Forbidden Mourning because for a while he has been sick. He needs to rest.
The Janaza prayer was held at the Central Mosque, Okele, Abeokuta, after which his remains were interred at the Muslim burial ground in Olomore. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Salako, alongside other dignitaries, used the occasion to emphasize the importance of early cancer detection and timely medical intervention.
Cancer is not a deadly disease to the extent that it is detected at a very early stage. Unfortunately, some cancers are very difficult to detect at the very early stage because of the organ that they affect. As an example, cancer of the pancreas. The pancreas is right inside the body. It is next to the liver, next to some part of the intestine. Most of the time, By the time you discover it, it should have spread to the liver, onto the intestine. And because it is right inside the body, it's difficult to have an early detection.
So as it goes, our hearts and prayers are with the Akitide family. His wife has become a widow. The children have lost a caring father. Augustine has lost one of his promising sons. May Allah forgive him and admit him to Al-Jannah Firdaus. Particularly in this month of Shaban, Akim Makinde worked closely with me as having been a personal friend. He's somebody that in his profession you cannot but listen to him. When I was commissioner for sports, he supported me always, gave me useful advice that made me to be so successful while I was in the affairs of sport ministry.
Death is actually what we all go. We all go at one time or the other. Though it is painful that it left us at this moment.
So touching, because he was a friend, kind, a good man, and I'm still trying to process it.
Alhaji Akim Akitunde is survived by his wife and 5 daughters who shared a close bond with their father and will deeply feel his absence.
My dad is kind, is loving, is a philanthropist in his own way. He's always trying to help. He's not perfect, but he was the best dad any of my siblings and I could ever ask for.
The message at the garden was unmistakable, a sober reminder to all that death is inevitable. The general manager of the Ogun State Television, Tunde Kasim, expressed appreciation to the governor and all those who supported the late broadcaster during his illness and offered prayers for the peaceful repose of his soul.
To thank the government of Ogun State under the leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun for the support rendered to our late friend, late colleague Hakim Akitunde. I know for sure that the governor magnanimously, gave him a huge amount of money for his medical care.
After the interment, everyone left the venue, leaving Alhaji Akim Akitunde amongst those who have been buried at the cemetery. A message to all that death is inevitable and it can come anytime. Bumi Adigun, OGTV News.
May the soul of Akim Akitunde continue to rest in peace. Amen. And as we end the news, let us remind you, goals are the fuel in the furnace of achievement. And that's the media news.